I wanted to share with you guys some of my latest Thriftbooks purchases that I've made. A lot of them are for homeschool, and I also wanted to share with you some of my all-time favorite reads for Christian living. So I am going to start first of all with my thrift book haul. This has been I know some of us are stuck in our, well, all of us are pretty much stuck in our homes, and so reading is an excellent way to spend your time. And if you're homeschooling now, utilize Thriftbooks to your advantage because they are amazing. You can find great books at great prices. So let me start with some of our homeschool books that I've purchased through Thriftbooks. All of these books were associated with the 5 in a Row curriculum. So I'm going to kind of show you what I got. As you can see, there are quite a few, and I'm probably even missing some, but I just pulled these out of the basket to share with you kind of what I have purchased through Thriftbooks. So Mike Mulligan and his Steam Shovel, The Glorious Flight. This is a book called Lentil. This is How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World. I know this is a really popular one. This is called The Very Last First Time. And all these books are really beautifully illustrated. Cranberry Thanksgiving. This is The Rag Coat. I think this is called Myrette. I don't know how you pronounce her name. On the High Wire. So there's that one. And then Grandfather's Journey. And like I was saying, these are all a part of the 5 in a Row curriculum. So if you would like to, of course you can utilize your library once they open back up for the books. But if you are wanting to do the 5 in a Row curriculum right now, Thriftbooks is a great option for those, and you can just do one at a time, two at a time. It is free shipping once you hit $10 purchase, but it's pretty inexpensive to add to your library at home. So there are the books that I purchased for the 5 in a Row curriculum. And then just some personal reading. I have ordered several books. One book I'm reading right now, I don't have it handy, I don't think, but I am reading, oh, what is it? It's a homeschooling book. I think I'm gonna have to go grab it. Let me go. Okay guys, I could not, pregnancy brain won't allow me to recall things very easily, but this book is called When You Rise Up. It is an amazing homeschooling book. I highly recommend it. This is by R.C. Sproul Jr. And it really helps put in perspective our calling to educate and bring up our children in the home from a biblical perspective. I love it because it doesn't focus so much on like the heavy academic part of homeschooling, but more about the raising godly men and women perspective, which is really how I feel like my focus has changed quite a bit from our homeschooling start to now. Is I'm less focused on are my kids meeting benchmarks and more focused on are we making academic progress, but are we also focusing more on character development and discipleship. So I highly recommend this book. It is just packed full. It's, you know, it's an easy read. It's not that long, although it is taking me some time to really dig through, and I'll show you why. I mean, this is why. Because I highlight so much, and I really just want to soak it all in because there are some really amazing lessons that we can take away from this. So definitely recommend this for you guys homeschooling. Maybe if you're just now crossing into the homeschool realm, I just want to encourage you, you know, since the school system has closed and you're bringing your children into the home to educate them there, you're doing public school at home, but you're not necessarily homeschooling. And it's a totally different mindset, and it's a totally different flow to your day. So just be careful not to feel like you can't homeschool because it has to look like what you're doing right now. It's absolutely not the same. So just a little public service announcement. Okay. The next book that I got from Thriftbooks is Lies Homeschooling Moms Believe. Learning to Live the Truth, the Whole Truth, and Nothing But the Truth by Todd Wilson. And it's basically about combating the lies that homeschooling moms can sometimes play over and over in our heads, like other kids are smarter than yours, other homes are cleaner than yours, other people's meals are better and healthier and more organic than yours. Life is more disciplined and more spiritual in other people's lives than in yours. Their house is more peaceful than yours. Their marriage is better than yours, and they are doing a better job than you. If those are the types of things that you find yourself saying to yourself frequently, which I feel like we probably all do at some point in this social media driven age that we live in, we compare ourselves all the time to, you know, to Mary Jane, who homeschools 6 kids and her house is spotless and her kids never fight or destroy things and everything seems to flow, and they get up at the crack of dawn and everybody does their chores like they're supposed to and laundry never gets backed up. But that's just not reality. It's not reality. Maybe it is for some, but for me it's not. I am a hot mess, y'all. If you've been here long enough, you know that I really am a hot mess, and I'm okay admitting that, and I feel pretty good saying that, because it used to really bother me, but at this point I realize that hot mess is normal. So it's okay to be a hot mess, because things are just not supposed to be done in a perfect manner. That is not real life, especially with a large family. And so anyway, if those are the types of things that you find kind of getting into your psyche, I would recommend digging into this. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard great things, so I'm gonna definitely dig into that. All of these books are that I just recently purchased for myself are homeschool related, because I really wanted to refocus and reground myself in our homeschool, to kind of flush out some of the negative talk that I'm having inside my head. And I tend to do that from time to time when I lose focus. So I'm refocusing, regrounding, and just bringing everything back to center where it needs to be. And I love to read books to help encourage me along the way. This is Simply Homeschool, Have Less Fluff and Bear More Fruit. And this is about, like it says, simplistic homeschooling, which I am all about here lately. So I'm excited to read that, and it came highly recommended. And of course, you've probably heard of this book many times, but this is Honey for a Child's Heart, and this is the 4th edition by Gladys Hunt. And annotated book list is included for ages 0 to 14, which is fantastic. So let's see, I was just going to read a little bit on the back here to kind of give you an idea of what it's about. It says it's a compelling, essential guide for parents who want to find the best books for their children. Thousands of parents have used it to furnish their children's inner spirit with the wonder and delight of good reading. A good book is a gateway into a wider world of wonder, beauty, delight, and adventure. So this is all focused on understanding the importance of reading aloud to your children, giving them a large view of the world of truth and goodness, encouraging each child's imagination and good use of language, teaching our children about life's choices, and finding the best books for our children. We love books in this home, and I am trying to, I have a few kids that don't particularly enjoy reading, and I'm trying to kind of spark that passion for reading with them. So this is, of course, going to be helpful. And you know, my kids don't mind read aloud time. In fact, they enjoy it. It's just that I'm having trouble with some that don't want to take the initiative to read on their own. But anyway, this should be a good resource, and I've heard really good things about it. Okay, now for some all-time favorites. My most favorite book for Christian living is A.W. Tozer's The Crucified Life. This is the bottom book here. This edition is a 3-in-1. It has The Pursuit of God, The Purpose of Man, and The Crucified Life. I recommend this to everyone that I come into contact with who's looking for book recommendations for spiritual growth. I love Tozer. I love him. I love the way he writes. I love the things he says, but The Crucified Life really impacted my life in such a big way a couple of years ago. And as a matter of fact, I reread that book about once a year. So highly recommend it. Pick it up, read it if you haven't. It's amazing. Okay, the next one is The Life-Giving Home. This is Sally and Sarah Clarkson. Love this book. It's been a while since I've read it, but when I did, it was just so uplifting. It helps you kind of refocus your purpose in your home and just know your place. And, you know, it's just such a great read. Encouraging, uplifting. Highly recommend it. There's lots of good suggestions in this book for things that you can do in your home, which I love. This book has been my latest favorite, Disciplines of a Godly Woman. It is so good. I mean, you guys, highlight, 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 highlight. It's so good. I highly recommend this. That's about all I can say. I mean, there's different disciplines that we are responsible for in our home, in our marriage, in our daily walk with the Lord. This has been really, really good for me. To really delve into all the different places in my life that I need discipline in. Scripture reading, just being a modest and appropriate woman with a meek and quiet spirit. It's just all there. So highly recommend this book if you guys have not read it already. And then the last one is The Beautiful Wife. And it's been many years since I've read this, but I did love it when I read it. It just is a really great book for learning how to be a better wife, a biblical wife, and it's encouraging maybe if you're going through some struggles to know your responsibility and how to process and deal with those types of things and things that we can do in our marriages to be a more beautiful wife. So I love this book, highly recommend it. And then there's a, what is it? The Excellent Wife also. I have that up on the bookshelf. I didn't pull it down, but that's another classic, fantastic book if you're looking on books about marriage and how to be a godly wife. So I hope you guys enjoyed these little book recommendations, and I will see you guys again very soon. If you have any ideas about future video topics, please let me know. I am really interested in doing more sit-down topic specific videos, anything that could be helpful for you guys, encouraging, uplifting, let me know. Leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to add that to the list. So I hope you guys are doing well. See you again very soon. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.